I figured it out. I know the real reason why Liz kissed Peter when the ball dropped for New Year's. Liz is the hobgoblin. I'm surprised too. Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. It's Spectacular Saturday. You know what that means, guys. It's time for us to continue the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is Season 2, Episode 5, titled First Steps. Now, I'm guessing, based off that title, it's referring to Peter and Liz's first steps in potentially their new relationship. Because literally, as I made that joke in the beginning about Liz, she went to his house when the ball was starting to drop, and you hear Aunt May in the back, 10, 9... And then when the ball hits and the ball drops, Happy New Year, kiss. And on the phone, on Peter's phone, is Gwen. Hello? Is anybody there? And Peter is shocked that Liz is actually there because Liz has been kind of leading him on a little bit, but also paying attention to Flash whenever he's hurting or whatever and he needs something, she jumps to him because that's her old boyfriend. So I get it. But it was like, Liz, you're leading him on. Peter, you need to focus on Gwen. Apparently the Liz is like, I'm here, Peter, I'm here for you. And they kiss. I don't know what's going to happen here. I feel like this is going to be, I don't know if they're going to go that direction for it's going to be like an awkward situation, but she's now putting herself out there officially like, Peter, be with me. So we'll see. And also on top of that, we had the master plan reveal right off the bat in the last episode, with being Dr. Octopus and throwing everything off, and then having basically this giant situation where he wants these codes from Gwen's father, because Gwen once again is taken by a villain, because she was taken, of course, in the season 1 finale from Eddie being Venom, and now she's been taken again by Master Planner and Electro and all that kind of stuff to get these plans that her father can get so that he can take over the world. Dr. Octopus wants the whole world, so not just New York, everything. Of course he fails and he gets away, and now Peter is kind of in a conundrum. So what does he do? I don't know. My guessing is that he's gonna go with Liz, but I think he's gonna regret it later because Gwen was the obvious choice. She made it very obvious she liked him. They kissed, and it didn't go anywhere. It's because Peter just didn't man up to speak to her, and I feel like it's one of those things to where they're kind of setting up Peter like everybody else when they're in high school. We all make mistakes, we don't think clearly, and ultimately, things backfire, or things we don't expect to happen because of our decisions. So I feel like it's one of those things to where Peter's going to realize, maybe not right now, maybe he will, but eventually, whenever, he's going to realize, this was not the right choice. But anyway, so let's get into it now, guys, and check it out. I'm excited to continue the show. First Steps, Episode 5. Let's go.
Who's that?
Sandman. Oh my gosh. Take everything. Why not? Ooh. Uh-oh. Getting hair done? I love that move. Oh! Oh my god. Wow. That shape he just took.
How about a little trim?
What? What is going on? Who's filming this? Oh shit, that was smart. I was like, what is he doing?
Okay, what's
Uh-oh.
that about?
Right away.
Haven't you heard? They're a couple.
Oh no, they're not!
I got 6 to 1 on a sure thing. You in? I don't do that anymore.
Well, do you
What
have
was
to
he
hold his
doing
hand?
before?
You're turning off.
I can't get Eddie out of my head.
Yeah, because you saw what looked like him on the roof.
Harry!
Hey, Pete. Not exactly the
You're back!
expecting.
But where'd you go exactly?
Did you take up Kung Fu while I was gone?
Oh, fuck is it?
Coming, Pete.
What the fuck?
Don't wanna
Oh my god, that was good.
This riveting start of semester.
Broadway star Sinjin Devereaux. Captain George Stacy of the New York Police Department.
Yay. Hello.
You were the only one who noticed I was in trouble and tried.
That's true.
That wraps up.
He knows we're a couple and he still invited you. I guess he's cool with it.
He's not cool with
Flash
it.
Thompson is growing as a person.
Well, what's
Yeah, I
your
don't believe that.
And May's getting stronger every day.
It's good.
I got a girlfriend.
Yeah. Not the one.
Still,
Hey, Harry's back. Eddie Brock?
Is that really him, or is he seeing things? Because he saw Harry as Green Goblin, so... I'm about to say... There you go. Oh shit, eat him. I love how they really go a little crazy with the design of Sandman when he takes different shapes. It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Of course, I'm breaking the fuck out of here. Hand in the back, that was kind of interesting, but okay, it worked.
Are you taller?
I can absorb as much of the stuff as I want, but that's not my only trick.
Dr. Octopus Sandman?
Gee, do you really think I could be a hero like you?
Well,
Yeah, don't believe this.
great power comes great.
Oh shit. You have to say the line. Oh boy, yeah, don't look back there.
Turn left at the corner.
You ready for your birthday kiss?
Who is this for?
Squad.
Oh, now we get to see? Oh, okay.
Crashing my party.
Invited Peter. After all, he's your best friend.
What?
That was in nursery school.
Nursery school. Oh my gosh.
Who do you think
Changes everything.
his nickname? Hey,
Look at that picture.
I was 4.
Is Sandman creating his own... Well, I thought for a second he's creating his own castle or something.
Mr. Sandman?
Yes. That's what's left after the big man took his cut, and the master planner collected his loan-out fee for your supervillain services.
Master Planner's a part of all this too. My god. So when they explained that he can absorb more sand now, they weren't kidding. Holy shit.
Your hair's gotten longer. It's nice.
Oh boy, is he trying to flirt?
Other than that, doesn't seem like much has changed. Whoa, Pete, chill. You don't get to be jealous. You're with Lid.
He's not actually not there.
Sorry, Holmes, invoke your best friend.
Oh my gosh.
Flash is my main man.
He's gone. Assuming he was ever here.
Breaking news.
No.
The notorious Sandman has been spotted.
Oh, okay, let's say about Eddie? No.
Beach.
It's like Jafar from Aladdin when he became a genie. It's like getting bigger.
Yeah, Mom. Girls don't stand the flash up.
Apparently this one did.
Chance
It being filmed.
to... Can you dribble? Or do you just drool? Most
Do you drool? Oh. Okay, seeing that size comparison there was insane. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. So how's he gonna stop that? Oh. And stop him at the same time. Oh, nice. A sea of fist. Or a sands full fist.
Like, how am I supposed to beat up a beach?
Okay. Yeah. Attack the boat too. Uh-oh.
Once a mook, always a mook. Get me out of here.
So he screwed up. He screwed the job up. Well, that's on him.
I don't suppose you consider picking on someone your own size.
I mean, he used to.
Been wanting to bug squash.
Bug swash. Nice move. Jesus Christ. How's Peter gonna fight this?
Okay, how tough can this be?
How many fists should he have? All of them. Jesus Christ. Okay, he's not actually there. It's distracting you. Be careful. Oh boy, he got distracted. Caught him. Nice, you saved him. Oh,
Sandman, stop!
saving him. He's confused. Like, what? What are you doing? Yeah. Oh, crap. Get out of there. What? He absorbed it.
The heat from the explosion.
Wait. No. Okay, about to say.
So I didn't see Venom.
I
Maybe
don't
Eddie's
know.
back. Maybe it's all in my head.
Maybe, I don't know. Was he waiting? What? Oh!
If I made you paranoid enough, you lead me right to the one I love.
Oh, shit.
Thanks.
It was all planned.
Hey, Flash. Hope you don't mind me.
He actually was there. Damn.
Tell him we'll see him soon.
I'm not sure how many times I've said this, but I'm going to keep saying it. This was another fantastic, spectacular episode. Oh my gosh, I freaking love what this episode did for several different reasons, but okay. Wow. That ending, that was really good because I'm thinking it's all in his head. Okay, Peter's not actually seeing Eddie. He's not around. Wrong. It was all planned out. Each time he saw Eddie, he actually was there. He's back in New York City, and it was all a plan to lead up so that Spider-Man, Peter, because he knows they're one and the same, to lead him to where he put the symbiote. And Peter fell for it, not realizing that he fucked up. Because he went right to the spot. It's undisturbed. We're good. No, he's waiting right over there. He's waiting. And he's like, you brought me back. You brought it to me. Like, he was all excited. And then in the video camera stuff, like, so throughout the episode, they actually open the episode with Peter talking to a camera, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And they keep cutting back to this before in the middle of the episode they reveal that it's his mom. I think it's his mom running the camera. Yeah, it's mom. Flash's mom's running the camera at his party, at Flash's party, and so they're cutting back and forth before they reveal. I'm thinking, what's going on here? And then it's revealed what it's for, and then having Eddie at the end there, showing he actually was there being filmed. And he's like, hey, tell if you see our friend Petey or Peter or whatever, is like, I think some people call him Petey, but anyways, Peter, we will see him soon. Like, God, Eddie is full blown crazy, but it's good. It's good because they did such a great buildup of Venom anyways within season 1 in terms of Eddie and everything, and the symbiote a little bit later in the back half of the season, but they did a really good buildup with Eddie and everything against Eddie's relationship with Peter and how that deteriorated, and they try to fix it, and it just got worse and all that. And so it's really cool to see him back and to know he actually was there every single time Peter saw him. Because they also did this too. Harry came back, which was awesome. But where was he actually really? I don't know. But what they did was they make you think Peter sees Eddie, but he's actually not there. Peter's just thinking he's there. He's seeing things. So when Harry shows up, and then they're going to some sort of assembly or something from the principal or whatever, they show Green Goblin, and then Peter thinks he saw Green Goblin, and it's Harry, but he thinks he saw Green Goblin, so they tied in with that where they make it seem like Peter is actually seeing things. It's not real. This actually was real. With the whole Harry thing and Gwen, and now the Peter and Liz thing, it's really strange. But Harry has always had a thing for Gwen, so they really double down on that because Gwen is feeling betrayed and feels like she wasn't picked. But then again, she has always said to Peter, Gwen has always said, I'm not going to be your second choice. So, basically implying if you don't pick me at all, you don't really make me your priority, I don't want you. So if you try to go for Liz and it doesn't work out and then you want to go for me, no, it's not going to happen. So I like that she stood her ground. So that she ultimately accepted Harry's offer to go to Flash's party as her date. And so it's a lot of tension. It's a lot of uncomfortableness for some aspects of it. Harry's, of course, trying to still be friends with Peter. Peter's like trying to figure out how do I go about dealing with Harry because he's the Green Goblin and all this shit. It's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff there. But I love that because the way the show has built up these relationships and built up these moments between these characters and how they develop these characters and their relationships, it really just adds to the storytelling because of how much history and stuff is going on with these characters and the amount of time we've actually had them. It's really well done, and it's honestly great. It really is, because every single time a character says a line, it can be interpreted in a couple different ways depending on who they're saying it to and what relationship they've had, what past have they had, the history, all that kind of stuff. It's just really, really smart stuff. So, with all that being said, Sandman is back in this episode, and honestly, I was like, okay, cool. But I was going, what are they going to do? Because Sandman has appeared multiple times already. And, of course, they're bringing back villains and everything. But it's like, we've had Sandman a couple of times already. What are they going to do differently here? Well, this time, Sandman can absorb more than his actual body weight, or at least in terms of what his capacity of his body. So he was absorbing entire beaches. Like, he absorbed an entire beach to go after that boat. And when they open the episode, it's just a pretty decent fight between Peter and Sandman, but ultimately, we've seen this Spider-Man versus Sandman fight before. We've seen a version of it. But then, he goes to Hammerhead, and Hammerhead tells Sandman, think bigger. Here's another job for you, blah, blah, blah. And then you see where he can actually make himself bigger. Then he says, yeah, I can absorb more sand now because when he was in prison, he was fed something and now he can absorb more sand like it's deadlier. And then he started making himself bigger and he was absorbing more sand and it was getting a little bit intense. At time, he had the 4 arms with swords and fighting Peter in some sort of museum that he was there to do a job or whatever. And he's like, how do you know I'm always here, Spider-Man? Do you have some sort of spidey sense or something? He's like, yes, but he's around. He'll hear something from a mile away or he'll figure something out. He always knows where the villains are. So it was cool to see that dynamic, and then kind of teasing in the middle where Peter's like, you can actually do good with your powers. And he's like, do you really think so, Spider-Man? He punches him. He's like, well, with great powers, and then punches him in the face, like before you can finish the line. But it's when he goes after the oil boat, like the giant cruise ship type thing that carrying all the oil for that job at the end, and he moved an entire beach basically full of sand. Like he created that sand castle, and that little girl's like, thanks, or help me out or whatever. Those stupid kids like, you think that's a castle or whatever? So that was a little moment there, but then you get to see where he's actually saving people off the boat because his whole plan was just to get money. Like he wasn't planning on hurting people. So he actually saves the captain, a couple other people, and absorbs the blast, wraps himself around the giant ship, and absorbs it. And I'm thinking, did he just sacrifice himself? Because I went back to Wolverine and the X-Men. If you haven't seen the show, I'm not going to go into too specifics in terms of what happens at the very end of that show. But there's a moment where a character does something that I wasn't expecting, and it kind of ends in something like this. And I'm thinking, did they just fucking do that? Did they just do that? And then it reveals, of course, of Sandman, he's alive. He's still alive. So, I don't know. Here's the thing, too. I was thinking more about this as the episode was continuing, and especially at the end when Spider-Man, Peter, says the line, now I gotta figure out an excuse to give Liz why I was gone. How is Liz gonna react to him being gone a lot? Because literally what they've been showing throughout this show, when he's not at school, he's out being Spider-Man until basically his curfew time. And then he goes over that sometimes. So, how is Liz gonna respond to that? I don't know. But I'm curious because that's something that he has to kind of figure out, how to talk to her, because the only person who knows he's Spider-Man is Eddie, unfortunately. It's not, Gwen doesn't know, Harry doesn't know. I don't know. Like, I'm wondering like how that dynamic's going to shift, because maybe Liz is going to be like, you're always gone. Because Liz has only seen him really at school and maybe a few times outside of school in a sense, but like, for the most part, Peter is out being Spider-Man when he's done with school. So he can't really spend a lot of time with her or anybody else really. I mean, unless he really dedicates that time, but really he needs to be out there protecting the city. And it's a question of time and a question of basically your responsibilities. With great power comes great responsibility. So that whole thing to where, what does he do? He was at the party, he was having fun, but all of a sudden he hears over the radio that Sandman is shit. So I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see how they go about handling that, because when he was going on that dance, what was like a school dance or whatever with Mary Jane Watson in season 1, she was really fine with him leaving. Didn't know why, but she was fine with it. I think Gwen would feel the same, but I feel like at a certain point I wonder if he's going to tell anybody. I wonder if he's going to tell anybody his truth. I don't know. I think he would. I don't think it'd be Liz, though. I think it'd be Gwen and Harry. But maybe not Harry. Because Harry might put together like, oh, you're Spider-Man? But if he tells Gwen, Gwen might tell Harry. So I don't know. The fact that only Eddie knows is bad. So, what did you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. I love the hell out of this show. It's continuing to be amazing, spectacular, and I cannot wait for the next episode, even though we're getting closer and closer to the end. I don't want it to end, but yes. So, what did you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, about the episode, any particular moments, whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.